This is the perfect mobility routine for when you're feeling tight, stiff, or even stressed out. It only takes a quick 10 minutes, there's no equipment required, and you know it's realistic for everyone because, let's be honest, I'm the one leading it. We're gonna start with a seated side bend and reach stretch. From a seated position, nice and tall, right hand goes up towards the ceiling and then reaches over to the left as far as you can comfortably take it till we get a good stretch all through the shoulder and all through the lat. I'll hit start on the timer and let's go ahead and let's get into this. And so in these stretch positions, stretching should be very comfortable. If it's painful, you've pushed too far, I need you to just back off of it a little bit. We're gonna hold this for 10 to 15 seconds, and now let's repeat that over here on the left side as well. So left arm reaching up and over to the right until we get a good stretch all through that lat muscle right through there. It's a common place that gets tight, can cause some shoulder pain, can cause some upper back pain. This is a great way to stretch it out, just alternating side to side. The other thing that I want you to focus on throughout this whole routine is your breathing. Focus on your breath. Take a deep breath in, and then a nice breath all the way out. As you breathe out, you should be able to sink a little further into that stretch. So it's a great way, again, to just stretch out some tight muscles, promote some relaxation. This is a great routine first thing in the morning. This is a great routine last thing at night, just to promote some decreased tension, some relaxation in your body. The next stretch is going to be a seated hamstring stretch. We're gonna sit with our feet out in front of us, keep your back nice and straight, and then reach down towards your feet, towards your toes, as far as you can until we get a good, comfortable stretch through the hamstrings. We're gonna hold that in a comfortable position for 15 to 20 seconds, and then we'll repeat it for this interval. Those hamstring muscles are definitely a place of common tightness. They can pull on the pelvis and they can throw off the lower back. It's important that we keep them nice and stretched out, nice and loose. From here, let's jump into a seated thoracic rotation stretch. Left leg is out straight. Sorry, I'm gonna stretch this way first. Right leg's out straight, left leg is bent, and then I'm going to use my right hand to pull on my left leg to introduce some rotation through my upper body. Now, that's kind of the phase one to this. If you get a couple of pops in there, that's gonna help to release some of that tension. My back just popped. But what you can do if you have a little bit more mobility, I'm gonna take my right elbow, put it on the outside of my left knee, and now I have a little bit more leverage. I can rotate into a little bit bigger stretch. So there was 30 seconds to the right, and so now left leg goes out straight, right leg is bent, left elbow to the outside of right knee until we get just a good rotation stretch through the back. Nice deep breaths, remember to relax into it. We'll hold for 30 seconds. Okay, after those rotation stretches, we've got some alternating hip rotators. So we rotated the spine, now let's rotate the hips. We're gonna sit down with the feet out nice and wide. I'm gonna roll to my left, and so the outside of my left knee goes down and the inside of my right knee goes down until I get a good rotation stretch. You're gonna feel that in the left glute, you're gonna feel that in the right groin. Hold it for about 10 to 15, come back to this neutral position, and then we're gonna carry that through over here to the other side as well. And so we're gonna alternate through these hip rotation stretches for the 60-second interval. And if you need a little more time on one side, if you notice that one side is maybe a little more tight than the other one, you can definitely spend a little bit more time on that side. Remember to breathe, remember to relax. Okay, the next one is we're gonna get onto all fours. We're gonna perform some cat-cow stretches. This is great for the spine. From here, I want you to come up into an angry cat, push your back towards the ceiling, tuck your chin into your chest, hold 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then we're gonna get into the cow part of the pose where we come right here, let the chest, let the stomach fall towards the ground, face goes up to the wall in front of you, hold for 3 seconds, and then we're going to get back to the other pose. So we're gonna alternate these two positions for about 60 seconds. Oh, that one feels good. From here, we're gonna get into a thread the needle thoracic rotation stretch. So I'm still down on all fours, but now my left hand is going to duck into this space and reach over towards the right as far as I can till we get a good stretch in the back, kind of left part of the shoulder and through the back. And then what we can do is with your face, I want you to follow your hand up towards the ceiling as far as we can go this way to introduce the rotation up in that direction. And so we're just gonna alternate between this position for 30 seconds here on the left. And then at 30 seconds, let's go ahead and make the switch to the right. So now my right hand dives through, stretch down this way. Ooh, it's a little tight. And then all the way up through here. That thoracic spine, that upper back, it's made to rotate, and we just don't really move it in that direction a lot. And that's one of the main causes for pain in that upper back. So this is a great way to just increase mobility through that upper back region. Okay, from here, let's get into a tall kneeling hip flexor stretch. And so I'm gonna lunge forward with my right foot. And so I'm in this half kneel position, and then I'm going to keep my back nice and straight as I push my weight onto my right foot until I get good stretch right here through the front of the left hip. I'm gonna hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds, back off of it, and then get back into that stretch position again. You should feel a good stretch again through the left hip flexor, the front of the hip right here. If you, well here, time out. 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll switch over to the other side. I was gonna say, if you do not feel a stretch in that hip, one of the main causes is because you're down in this position. What I want you to do is try to stay nice and upright with your chest until we get that good stretch through the, well now it's through the right front of the hip. Now we're gonna come back to a seated position. We're gonna do some, I call it the cross body stretch. This is a great stretch for shoulders and back, especially the kind of the posterior capsule of the shoulder. What you need to do is reach across your body with your left hand. Right hand grabs the left elbow, and then I'm just gonna pull in that direction. So I'm introducing more of a stretch. I'm pulling that left arm towards the left until I get a stretch through the back of the shoulder and even into the back between the shoulder blade and the spine. And again, about 10 to 15 seconds, and then we'll kind of back off. We'll get into it again, 10 to 15 seconds, and then let's repeat over on the right side. So right arm goes across my body, left hand grabs the right elbow, and I'm gonna push in that direction, pull, I guess, in that direction, until we get a good stretch through the back of the shoulder and into the back. Nice deep breaths while you're holding this. And as we breathe out, as you exhale, try to settle further into that stretch each time. Okay, and the last thing we've got to do is get rid of those knots in your neck. Let's do that with an upper trap stretch. And so your left ear is going to go over towards your left shoulder. With your left hand, reach up to the other side of your head and introduce just a little more pressure until you get a good comfortable stretch in that right side of your neck. I'm gonna hold that for about 15 seconds. Oh, just about right there. And then get into that stretch one more time. You can kind of rotate your chin and your nose up and down to kind of vary a little bit where you feel that stretch. And then we're gonna go over towards the right. So we come back to neutral, right ear over towards right shoulder, right hand on the top of the head as we pull over into this right direction. Comfortable stretch through the upper trap up there. If you've followed any of my stretching videos before, you know the rule. Stretching doesn't need to be intense, it just needs to be consistent. So I hope you come back, I hope you perform this one with me regularly. I hope this helps you to feel looser, I hope it helps to take away some of that tightness, and I hope it helps you to even feel more relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me.